5. Welcome to OurOneNation, 40 days, and let's get started. So here we are on the OurOneNation YouTube page, and let's go to community, and we're going to scroll down to doors to close. So on doors to close, we'll select the comments and look for day 5. Okay, to day 5, doors to shut. Today it's the current MSM, the mainstream media, and we have a link here. Let's read this first and then I'll select that link. As you can see, the major outlets like ABC, CBS, CNN, Fox, and MSNBC, NBC, New York Times, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, and so on are generally front and center on your search page, on your phone, and on your television set. Much of what you see from these outlets is carefully crafted into a narrative that is designed to follow the globalist agenda to create a one-world government. We suggest that you closely guard these doors and install locks. The enemy of freedom and of America have infiltrated the media and an entertainment industry in order to attempt to control you and your thoughts. So be very careful when walking down the paths of the current MSM. Many Americans have experienced censorship, voter fraud, election fixing, hardships, job losses due to the power of the media and the exploitation of it for political gain recently. We have seen massive lies go uncontested, and we have seen innocent Americans targeted because of their patriotism and love of truth. We think that Americans should shut the doors of those who are part of the lies and deceit of the current system and begin to build the replacement. So we recommend you support America First, patriot-owned and operated media and entertainment. Here's the Wikipedia page in regards to news media, and I think so you can go to this page and take a look for yourself, but here's a list of some of the major outlets here that are in play today, and it appears to me that the majority, if not all of those, fit in the door to close department. And what we're looking at here is a lawsuit. Trump Media and Technology Group Corp. They're suing Guardian News and Media, LLC, Hollywood Reporter, LLC. Here's a list up here. Miami Herald, Reuters, Rolling Stone, The Hill, Benzinga, MarketWatch, Forbes, Axios, The Daily Beast, Gizmodo, Salon, New York Daily News, Newsweek, MSNBC, Mediate, Daily Mail, CNBC, and the complaint, it looks like it's a demand for a jury trial. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. But good job, Mr. Trump, President Trump, for going after those for slandering you. And when they slander you, they slander us in America. So what we just saw was doors to close. Let's go look at doors to open. So here we are, doors to open, and we're going to go to the comments and go to day 5. And day 5 is the Epoch Times. Truth, tradition, hope. The Epoch Times is rising in the media industry as a top contender. We have hope that we can regain the trust of the American people through honesty and integrity, the Epoch Times said. 2 decades ago, the founders of the Epoch Times came to the United States with the dream of freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the pursuit of happiness. We deeply admire the founding fathers of America, were inspired by the American people, and believe that a nation founded on rights and virtues is a great hope for us and our families. We established a non-profit media company to report the truth independently of any corporate, political, or financial agenda. Excellent source of news and information from patriots who love and care about our great country. Definitely open this door. Here's a link so you get a glimpse into current news and so forth. So this is a better choice for news media than the current mainstream media fake news propaganda outlets that are run by the deep state. This is a refreshing alternative. All right, and I've got to see what this is here. Okay, here's the About Us page. All right, the next thing that we're going to talk about today is the Word. In regards to the Word, we're going to go to the comments and open that up and go to day 5. And I've chosen to highlight for day 5 in the Word, Sean Foyt and Let Us Worship. For today's word, I'd like to highlight a testimony from Gabe at Let Us Worship. The link is below. And so, first of all, this is Sean Foyt's website here. This is what this looks like. And you can get around here. So the link is there for you. Also, here is seanfoyt.com. It's another source to be able to reach out to them to see what's going on. Jesus came out of the coast of Tyre and Sidon. He came unto the Sea of Galilee through the midst of the coasts of Decapolis. And they bring unto him one that was deaf. He had an impediment in his speech. And they beseech him to put his hand upon him. And he took him aside from the multitude, and put his fingers into his ears. And he spit, and he touched his tongue. And looking up to heaven, he sighed, and saith unto him, Ephphatha, that is, be opened. And straightway his ears were opened, and the string of his tongue was loosed, and he spake plain. And he charged them that they should tell no man, but the more he charged them, so much the more a great deal they published it. He hath done all things well. He maketh both the deaf to hear and the dumb to speak. Let's watch Gabe's testimony.
No, that's the start with. Hey guys, my name is Gabe. I've had the honor of capturing Let Us Worship for the last 3.5 years with video and photo, and I just wanted to share a personal testimony that I saw that happened in 2020 on the National Mall when there's 40,000 people gathering in the cold and the wet. It was such a powerful day, but at one point during the night I went to the side of the stage that God told me to go over to, and I saw this gentleman on his knees, and little did I know he was deaf, and another man laid hands on his ears, and as he whispers into his ear, he whispered Yeshua, and this deaf gentleman looks up and he signs Yeshua, and everyone around, the friends and family that saw and knew this gentleman, everybody started praising the Lord, and it wrecked me. And there's so many stories like this that happened of deaf ears opening, blind eyes opening, people getting healed from cancer, all these amazing testimonies across America, and we couldn't have done it without your guys' support and donations. And on this Giving Tuesday, I just want to encourage you guys to give and to see this thing keep going.
You know, the interesting thing about deafness and not being able to see, Jesus was in tune with that, and I think it's an important factor. Jesus knew, as he stood before the children of Israel, in Jerusalem, that there was a hearing problem and a seeing problem. He was standing before them, and they knew him not. They had no clue that they were standing before God of heaven when they were speaking with Jesus. Instead, they were so busy trying to capture him in his words that they overlooked the fact that they were actually talking to God in the flesh. So in Revelation, I'm going to hone in on this someday, on 70 AD, which is the time that Jesus came to John on the Isle Patmos. But the thing I want to talk about right now, and the thing that's important for what we're doing right now, is hearing. It's hearing and seeing, but hearing, I think, is important. So under each of the churches, of the 7 churches in Revelations, we see something that's interesting. Under the church of Ephesus, we get to the end here. Ephesus, it's chapter 2, verse 7. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcome I will give to eat of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of God. To he that have an ear to hear, let him hear. To the church of Smyrna, he said, He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. To the church of Pergamos, to him that overcometh I will give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saying he that receiveth it. In the church of Thyatira, he says, And he that overcometh, and keepeth my words, and he that overcometh, and keepeth my works unto the end, to him I will give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. I will give to him the morning star. And he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Hear. He that hath an ear to hear. You get my drift? Unto the church of Sardis, write. And he that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment. I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father, before his angels. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Unto Philadelphia. Him that overcome I will make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. I will write upon him the name of my God, the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God. I will write upon him my new name. He that hath an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Unto Laodicea, he says, to him that overcome I will grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I have overcome. I am set down with my Father in his throne. He that hath an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. I think we're onto something here. He that hath an ear to hear. And when he would tell, when he would give parables, he would say the same thing. His guys would come to him and say, "Oh, what did you just say?" And he would say, "It's for those who have an ear to hear, to understand." And so there is a key lesson, a key understanding with the word deafness, not being able to hear. And there's also some aspects that pertain to not being able to see as well, the blind. I was blind, but now I see. Yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up. Anyway, day 5 is over. Looking forward to day 6. Bless you and have a very great